Okay, so we are going to continue our conversation about veganism and what being a vegan really means, and the fact that it's much, much more than just being a non animal eater, a non animal product eater, or being healthy for your body or the environment. Those are all really great, important things to be aware of, and I think those are things that everybody needs to look into and research and learn more about. But there's an aspect of it that there are some people out there that have talked about this, but it's an aspect that isn't talked about as much, and that has to do with the ability to use veganism as a launching pad to help yourself in your own mind and your own heart become a more compassionate being to all beings in the world, not just animals. All beings, including human beings. And I think when a lot of us go down this path of getting into the vegan diet and learning about, especially the cruelty aspect that happens to animals, there are a lot of feelings of anger and upset and resentment coming up because some screwed up things happen out there, and it's natural to feel sad about that and upset about it. But I see online a lot of people applauding negative things that happen to people that are living lifestyles that aren't in alignment with veganism. And I understand where, some of these people are coming from. I've had my moments of being like, oh my gosh, what is going on? Why are these people doing these things? At the same time, we've all been on our journey. Some of us, unlike myself, have been lucky enough to have been raised from the start, never having had animals and animal products, which, if you are one of those people, awesome. I would have loved to have that, but it took me several years to get to the point where I am today, and nobody was really nudging me along but myself, and that was a whole different experience within itself. But I got here and I'm really happy about it, and no one forced me into it or anything like that. And I don't think that other people that are dealing with family and friends that are already vegan respond as well when they are getting judged and yelled at or whatever may be happening during those interactions. But being able to understand that being vegan means being understanding and compassionate towards everybody on this planet and giving love in the darkest of moments. Like, just being able to see what's going on a super organic level, like when you're having a conversation with somebody about the topic and they get really defensive and really negative and start blasting you with just like a lot of hate energy, being able to transmute that into something positive and being loving towards people that are in that space. And also having this illusion of separateness is what causes people to not really grasp the concept of veganism. That idea that we're separate from these other beings, and our lives matter more than these other beings. That is a big problem. That's something that, if we were really able to look at all beings, all energy on this planet as one, and like that we're all a team, like trying to evolve and expand together and to like uplift the planet and like bring it into a better place of alignment, a lot of things would be very different. And so I really feel that if somebody is really, really, really like secure in their understanding of veganism, they know that there is no separateness and that we are all one. And being able to apply that to other situations like rape situations, that's why those things happen. Racism, kids getting bullied in school, war, all these things are going on, and they're a direct reflection of kind of where the collective consciousness is. And if we are putting ourselves in a separate place than other people who aren't vegan, we're not really showing what veganism can be all about. We're not showing the world how deep that this benefit can go. of going down this path and learning how to be compassionate towards others. And, you know, I totally get feeling upset and angry sometimes, but on a deep, energetic, spiritual level, when we send ill will towards somebody or think negative thoughts about them, it's hurting them. I mean, it's kind of like you're poisoning them on an energetic level, and it doesn't uplift them in a way that is necessary for them to open up to the concepts of trying something so different like a vegan diet, whether it's somebody that you talk to about it or not. And the analogy that I like to give is kind of the example where, you know, maybe you're sitting in the car in traffic or in a place where there's a lot of people around, and for whatever reason somebody catches your eye and you're just kind of like observing them. They always just immediately turn and look right at you, like just not even look around trying to see, just bam, right at you. And the reason for that is because they feel the energy that you're emitting towards them. And it's the same thing with thoughts. You know, when we have thoughts about people, kind of like the power of prayer, or, you know, everyone always says when things get crazy or they have a loved one in the hospital, please send positive thoughts, because I think on a deep seated subconscious level, we know that our intentions and our thoughts can do something to manipulate the outcome as a whole. So when we think negatively about other people, especially like in these forums where topics come up and, you know, a lot of vegan people start talking and they get all riled up and they're really upset, and they start, you know, hate blasting certain people that are doing horrible things. Like, don't get me wrong, I mean, I understand that there's upset that comes, but really mastering the whole concept behind all of this means that even in situations like that, you can feel for the person that is so far separated from their heart and from understanding of what life is all about and what we're here to do, that, you know, really in a way they're suffering in my eyes. And I don't want anyone to suffer, and I don't want to contribute to anyone's suffering by blasting them with negative thoughts. I want to send loving thoughts. Those are the people that really need the most love and the most support on a mental level, spiritual level as well. Those are the people, the ones that are doing these horrible things. They are the ones that need to be uplifted the most. So getting upset and hating on them and all of that doesn't do any good. Even if you never talk to them, you know, it does make a difference. So if you can live your life in a way that allows you to understand how important it is to come from a place of love, despite all the dark, dirty, negative stuff that's going on around you, it's really powerful. And I hope that you know, more people are able to encompass that and really start practicing it in their everyday life, in conjunction with following the vegan lifestyle and spreading the message about that. So thanks guys for being here, and I'll see you next time.